Hey YouTube, how's it going? My name's Andy. Today I wanted to go over my side-by-side and let you know my top 3 things of what I like the most that I've added to this thing. We'll get started here and see how this goes. My side-by-side here, it's a Can-Am X3 Max Smart Shocks. It's a 2021 model. I got it in November of 2020. Had to order it and wait 3.5 months to get it, but it's been great. This is the second Can-Am that I've owned. Actually, I take that back. This is the third Can-Am that I've owned. It's the second X3 that I've owned. And it's the 5th overall side-by-side that I've had. So I fell in love with this machine. It's been awesome. But the top 3 things I have done to this machine that I think are the most value are, number 1, shock therapy springs. I know this is a Smart Shock machine. It rode pretty good. Adding these springs on the shocks, night and day difference on how this thing goes through the whoops, how it goes through the chattery stuff. It is unbelievable the difference that the springs make. The small chattery stuff all but disappears, especially when you put this thing in comfort mode. There is no chatter left. It is nice and smooth. It rides very nice. I would definitely do this to all my machines going forward, whether it's shock therapy, Eibach, or any of the other guys. Aftermarket springs make a huge difference. The number 2 thing I added to this that was well worth it, Simpson seats. These are the Pro Sport model, I believe, suspension seats. They too, as well as the springs, make it so much more comfortable ride. They give you support in your hips, they give you support in your shoulders. They have a little bit of suspension to them. I mean, these things, night and day difference over the factory seats. I don't know how many of you sliding in and out over that hard plastic piece on the factory seats. This, soft cushioned, your legs don't get sore. And it didn't take really any leg room away from me. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'3", 290 pounds, and I fit in there pretty good. You can see, if you can see through the dirty windshield, my seat is a little bit lower than the rest of them. I did that on purpose for headroom, and it does give me a little bit better leg room. My wife liked to be up a little higher to see, so that works for her. And then I left the back seats at the highest setting, so it gave it a little bit of a stadium seating. Can-Am generally doesn't have that. They sit low, and smaller passengers have a hard time seeing. So that lifted them up a little bit. But those seats were worth every penny. They are awesome. I sat in PRP, I sat in Aces, I sat in Simpson. These are the seats that fit me the best and were the most comfortable to me. So that's what I went with. Number 3, rugged radio. I was leery on this one when I added it. It was one of the first things I added to the car, but I didn't know if it was worth the $2,200 you spend to buy the radio. After having it, I don't know how I would go without it. They work so well. It is so nice to talk to each other without having to yell, to listen to our music. These are I just got new headsets for me and my wife. The Alpha Bass. They're lighter weight. They sound better, higher quality, great headsets. We got these things that came with it. They're a little heavier. They work good. We still let the kids wear those, but the Alpha Bass is just a step up, and they have been awesome. But that's the top 3 things I've added to this side by side that I like the best. Granted, it is probably the 3 most expensive things you can add. So definitely, if you're like me, you have to do it in stages, and over time I added this stuff and it's been great. Obviously there's a lot more on this machine that I have added. We'll go over that later. I just wanted to do the top 3 today and see what you guys think of this video. It's my first one diving into YouTube, so we'll find out how this works. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, what you've done to your machine. This thing's awesome though. I've had a lot of fun with it. We generally trail ride. That's what we've done probably 85–90% of the time since I've owned it. But this year we did dive into sand dunes, and that's my first love. I grew up on Banshees. I love sand dunes. I got me some paddles to use in the sand, Tusk, 32-inch, 15-inch rims. They've worked really good so far this year. But yeah, that's it. Watch for a future video. We'll go over some more of the stuff I've put on this thing, but those are the top 3 that I've added that have given me the most value, and probably the top 3 that cost the most, but definitely worth every penny. And you can get different seats that are cheaper, but go with what's comfortable for you. Hit the Sand Show, hit the UTV Takeover, one of these events that the seat companies are at. Go sit in what they have sitting out there and see what fits you best. But it's a great machine. I love it. It's been really good to me. I fit in it better than I do the Polaris. That's why I went with this. But it's been awesome. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time.